They met when he had nothing. Ethan was 28, a quiet, hard-working mechanic in a small Minnesota town. Not the kind of man who turned heads at parties, but the kind you could count on when your world was falling apart. He didn't wear flashy clothes, didn't talk much, but his eyes held a kind of calm that made people trust him instantly. That's what drew Anna to him. She was 24 then, vibrant, spontaneous, a graphic designer trying to build a life in a new city. Their worlds couldn't have been more different, but somehow they fit. They started with late-night diner dates and long walks through empty streets. Ethan fell first, hard, and when Anna lost her job 6 months in, he worked extra shifts at the shop just to cover her rent, never once complaining. After 2 years of dating, they got married in a small backyard ceremony. No big guests, no luxury, just close friends, homemade vows, and the kind of love that made you believe in forever. Ethan built everything for her, a home, stability, a future. He even gave up a promotion in another city because she didn't want to move. He sacrificed quietly, lovingly, blindly. And then things started to shift. It was slow at first. Anna began staying out later. She joined a new design agency in the city, sleek offices, company parties, wine nights. She started dressing differently. Her phone, once left carelessly on the kitchen counter, was now always locked, always in her pocket. Ethan noticed, but he didn't want to be that guy, the paranoid husband. So he stayed silent, until silence started eating him alive. One night, she came home late, past midnight, said her phone died, said she was with co-workers. Her perfume was different, and so was her energy, cold, distant. That night, Ethan didn't sleep. He sat on the edge of the bed, staring into the dark, wondering where he went wrong. A few days later, his answer came. He had borrowed her laptop to look up an invoice for a furniture piece she wanted. When he opened her browser, a message popped up. Instagram DMs. Not with a stranger, but with someone he knew. Jason, the owner of the design agency, married, kids. Pictures of family vacations on his public feed. But in Anna's messages, he was someone else. There were photos, voice notes, and a message that made Ethan's hands shake. I hate going home to him. Being with you feels like breathing again. Ethan didn't scream. He didn't call her. He sat there, rereading every message, each one a bullet to the heart. When she walked in later that evening, humming and carefree, he simply asked, "How long has it been?" She froze. And then, just like that, the truth poured out. 8 months. 8 months of lies, of kisses behind closed doors, of stolen moments while Ethan was working overtime to buy her the new kitchen she'd been dreaming of. She cried, she begged, said it was a mistake, said she felt trapped and lonely. That Jason understood her in a way Ethan never could. That she didn't mean for it to happen. That it just did. But cheating isn't an accident. It's a decision. A series of choices made in the dark, away from the one who trusted you the most. Ethan didn't yell. He just walked out of the room. That night, he packed a bag and drove to his brother's cabin by the lake. He stayed there for weeks. Cut off, broken. He didn't touch alcohol, didn't seek revenge. He just sat with the pain, let it hollow him out. And in that silence, something changed. He realized he'd spent years loving someone who only loved the version of him that made her feel safe, but not the version of him that needed love in return. The divorce was quick, clean. She kept the house. He didn't fight for it. He didn't want bricks filled with lies. Years passed. Ethan rebuilt, slowly. He started his own auto shop, hired young mechanics, taught them. He laughed again. Not the loud kind of laughter that fills a room, but the quiet kind. The kind that comes after surviving a storm. And Anna? She reached out once, sent him a message after hearing he'd opened his second shop. Just 3 words. "I'm so sorry." He didn't reply, because Ethan learned something far more valuable than love. He learned that you can give someone everything, build them a kingdom, hand them your heart, and they'll still walk into someone else's castle if they don't know how to treasure loyalty. She was his world, but he was just her safety net.